Hey everybody! Okay, so today I wanted to just make a quick little video talking about luck and privilege and identity. I'm sure you guys are all people that are watching this video, and I'm sure you all probably have computers, as well as an internet connection. You probably live in the Western world, I'm assuming. You probably live in a house, maybe an apartment, but most likely a house. You probably have food in your cupboards. You probably have water that comes out of your faucet. You probably have lots of laws and rules where you live to prevent corruption and violence. I'm guessing that all of you have most of those things that I just talked about. I guess the question is, how did we end up this lucky? And what I mean by this is that, me specifically speaking, I have it pretty good, especially compared to most people in the world. I can complain about, this, and this, but the reality is that I have more money and power and privilege than most people living on this earth today, or ever, really. And even the fact that I am a human has a lot of privilege to it, because my species treats each other better. We don't really even treat each other well, but comparatively speaking, better than other species of animals. So the question is, how did I get here? I was pretty much just born into this, right? I have certain parents that have certain things that has given me access to certain things in my life. I was born in the United States. That was, pure luck on my part. I was born into an upper middle class family. Pure luck on my part. Stuff like that, and I didn't have that choice. I didn't, it's not my doing that I am in this place, even having the capabilities to make this video. A lot of that is just happenstance and luck, really. If I was living in the Southern Sahara, I probably would not have the capabilities to even film this video right now. So I guess that I just am kind of dealing with the question. Because I feel wow, I have so much more power and privilege than most people in existence today. Most people that have ever existed. And out of most species or any living creature that's ever existed. So, how do I effectively use that power, I guess would be my question. How can I take full advantage of all of the opportunities that I was given simply by luck, really? Because I just confront the question often, or the idea that what did I do to deserve this? What did I do to deserve all of these privileges I've been given, right? And how can I justify it too? Because, if I'm going to the store and I buy myself a new top, let's just say, I can do that, of course, but I probably own 100 tops in my closet right now. So how can I possibly justify buying another one? I obviously don't need another shirt. I obviously just want another shirt for whatever reason, whether it has to do with fashion, whether it's because the price is really low, whatever. How can I possibly justify some of my actions that are basically based in the privilege I was just given? The money I used to buy said shirt probably was, first of all, not my money. It's most likely money that was either given to me or that is my parents or what have you. It's probably not money that I myself have personally made. It could be, because I do make my own money, but it's probably not. So how can I possibly justify that versus giving the money to a charity or a nonprofit organization or something? How can I justify the fact that I'm buying yet another shirt when I have 100 other shirts that are all perfectly in good condition that I could be wearing? And I don't know if there's really an answer. I haven't come up with one. I think it's just that I want the shirt and I'm gonna get it because it's my own personal decision, desire, whatever. So how do you guys like deal with that? Like those kind of questions. You ask yourself those kind of philosophical questions. Maybe I'm just like too wrapped up in philosophy. That's probably the case, but still, like, I mean, the stuff I'm saying is pretty much true. So it's like, how do I deal with it? And like, can I justify my actions that are selfish? And how can I justify it to myself, the luck that I was given and, you know, having this specific life that I have? You know, like if my consciousness was, let's just say, of like that I was an animal, born into a different species that we consider animals. I mean, we are animals, but whatever. Like let's just say, a horse. Okay, like let's say I was a horse. Okay, and I know this sounds silly, but just go with it. Okay, so I'm a horse. And let's say I was a racehorse. So I was running in the Kentucky Derby. And I was, you know, being trained. And I was working, you know, like 12, 14 hours a day, running and all of that stuff. And then let's say one day in the Kentucky Derby, I had an injury. And I couldn't race anymore. And then after that, I was taken to a slaughterhouse where I was killed and then basically used for dog food. And this does really happen, by the way. So let's just say that was me and my consciousness. So with that, you know, since I'm not a racehorse, I'm a person with lots of power and privilege at that. How can I justify the fact that I was lucky enough to be in the body and life that I'm in versus someone else or something else or another animal or whatever? I don't know if this question really has an answer, but at least my personal answer is reincarnation. I believe in reincarnation. I'm very much kind of a Buddhist in some of my life philosophies, and I think that once you leave one life, you go into another, and you know your consciousness is raised, and you're supposed to learn a certain lesson in each life that you're living, and not just in human life. Like you probably lived before as an animal, maybe even before that as an insect, etc. And with that, I've experienced all of these other states and forms of consciousness that weren't privilege based before in past lives, and I will continue to do so until I reach enlightenment. Now that is my own personal philosophy, and I can't really prove it either way. That's just what I believe. But could I see it as me justifying to myself my power and privilege? Yeah, I could see that as being, it's an answer that works, so I'm going to go with it. So, yeah, that's just what I wanted to talk about in this video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.